Sir, my Christina Mofuma. I was in court yesterday for the delivery of the judgment at PEPC, Big Court Tribunal. And I would say what happened yesterday was a rape on our democracy. It was it was a travesty, and it's a shame that we have decided to this point in our judicial system where facts don't matter anymore. We watched the justices, you know, uh, deny us of justice. The much awaited justice, which we all prayed will get in court. After the elections, we felt we're disenfranchised, and we said, okay, fine, let's be law abiding and let's go to court. And we did just that. But at the end of the day, if there's anything to go by what happened yesterday, it's the fact that they've told us in this country that you cannot get justice from the court. We, the youth of Nigeria, uh, only want a better Nigeria for all of us. We want it for our generations yet unborn. And many of us came to this country from all over this globe to try and find a way to help bring about good governance in this country. Yes, they messed up the elections on the 25th of February, 2013, 23. You know, everything we tried to do um, has been met with resistance. Both from the executive and from what happened yesterday. It shows again that the common man in this country has no hope. The common man in this country has no recourse. When his rights are trampled upon. It's a shame, and we we're going to the Supreme Court still, to try and get justice, and hopefully, that will be a different story in entirety.
Do you think that you're going to get justice? I understand that you ran for Senate in Edo under Labour Party and you didn't contest that outcome in court for obvious reasons. But do you think that in this case of yesterday, where not a single point was upheld, how do you think the Supreme Court is going to do? Many people, myself included, have lost total hope in the whole process. That it's just a formality for people to go to a Supreme Court. Don't you think so?
It's looking more and more like a formality. I can understand why our principal wants to do that. It's let us see this to a logical end. We are law-abiding citizens, and we say, okay, fine. Let us do what the law requires. Let us um, let us not throw justice. Let us not throw peace. Let's explore all peaceful avenue, to get justice. But unfortunately, we didn't get that yesterday, and we know for sure we're going to the Supreme Court. And yes, you made reference to my elections in this particular senatorial district. These are some of the reasons why, yes, there were a lot of reasons why we didn't go to court, but majorly this is one of the reasons.
Because you never believed in the judicial process.
Um, I don't believe in the judicial process to a large extent because I have seen people deny justice several times in this country. Uh, it's it's a process that the Nigerian courts have become a place you go to only where the highest bidders get justice. If you people go to court and people outrightly cheat you in this country, they rig you out of elections and they tell you to go to court. Because they know you cannot get justice. Justice is now elusive in the Nigerian courts.
Mm.
We had a very good case presented over a 5 months period. And yesterday we watched what the justices were saying. We didn't present evidence of this, evidence of that.
But there were container load of evidence
There
in
were
vans
container
and
load
in
of evidences. I
trucks.
was there. I sat in on the process. I sat in court every day. We had so much evidence. Even the from ECA, 18,000 of them we brought that were certified by INEC. 18,000 of them. They were unreadable, they were not legible, and yet INEC certified them. It was a deliberate act. We have the court when INEC said they announced the results with just 35% of the votes returned. So how do you declare somebody a winner with 35%? So it's crazy what happened. Look at the case of the FCT. Yesterday, they've told us that FCT is a state. You know, all through my life, I know the word and. They say you have to have 25% into 10 states, including an FCT. But look at what they've done. They've told us FCT is a state. If FCT is a state, if the constitution didn't meant for an FCT to have a special status, then why add and? Okay, now show me who is the governor of FCT. Do we have local government areas in FCT? Do we have 3 senators in FCT? So these are the things we need to look at in this country. People cannot just. What I saw yesterday was actually the justices appropriating and reprobating at the same time. Now they've told us that the constitution is a living document. So tomorrow somebody else can interpret the 25% in FCT to mean something different, depending on who it pleases or who it suits. And so what happened yesterday it has thrown us back to the times where violence, he that rigs the most, wins the elections. So we've thrown beavers to the dustbin, we've thrown the IRF to the Tatars, and they've told us truth doesn't matter, evidences doesn't matter. And the most important take from yesterday is the fact that the Nigerian youth are labored for a change in this country, that we do not matter.
Now, what's your, to conclude here, what's your take on the languages used by the justices?
The languages were very derogatory. They were meant to insult at best. They were insultive, they were derogatory, they were inflammatory. It should not be coming from such a highly respectable members of the society as justices. You cannot just insult petitioners that way. You cannot just derogate us that way as if we came to court to waste your time. Evidence were presented. We had witnesses. You refer to some of our weaknesses as so-called this, so-called that. We brought evidences. We brought it from EC8As that INEC certified. They were not readable. They came from INEC, and you told us in court, you made the Nigerian people believe yesterday that there were no evidence, which is not true. It's not true. So what happened yesterday in court is a sham.